Hey there, crafters and stashers. Welcome to an episode of the CraftStash podcast. I'm a little bit loopy, but my name is Kim, so I don't actually remember what number podcast I'm up to. This might be episode 115, it might be 116. Either way, welcome and Chupp-POW! So I wanted to do a quick update. My videographer is making all kinds of cheering and rah 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 noises behind the camera. I'm recording indoors. You guys know in summer I normally do weekend recordings outside because it's nice and bright and sunny, but I'm recording inside because it's nice and bright and blue and Chuppah in my living room. A lot of you guys know that I've been working on a knitted lace Chuppah for my younger sister's wedding. I started it in last November and I finished it this weekend, and I blocked it today with the help of my cat and my husband, but not in that order. Mostly my husband and then my cat. It's 10:30 right now. I'm kind of tired, but I'm so excited. I'm so sad that the camera lens that I'm using won't kind of show you how big it is, but it's basically going to my ceiling. It's about 7, what did we measure it?
7 feet, 10 inches.
7 feet, 10 inches on either side. So I'm really excited. It's in my mind, I've been kind of comparing it to kind of not having a baby at all, but it's been 9 months and I've been carrying this thing around with me and I've been thinking about it nonstop and working on it when I should be working on other things, and feeling guilty when I'm working on other things and not it. It took me 5 hours to bind off. So it's definitely been more of a project. I'm really excited to share this with my sister and help her create an heirloom for her family. She's seen it. She's been seeing sneak peeks of it. I've been posting pictures of it on Facebook, so I don't think the fact that I'm doing it is a surprise, but I'm really excited by the way this is looking. It's kind of like I knit the floor or the ceiling of a room, and that's exactly what a chuppah is supposed to be. If you are not super familiar with the Jewish faith, very quickly for someone who is not Jewish at all, a chuppah is part of most traditional Jewish wedding ceremonies, and it symbolizes the hearth and home. So this is going to be a covering that my sister and her husband stand under as they get married, which is super special, and I'm so glad that I was able to insert a little bit of craftiness in their wedding, but more than that, I'm really excited to give them something to help them start their family life with. So I thought, as a quick update, I'll definitely talk about the technical knitterly aspect of it in another episode, just because I'm kind of tired. Don't know really what to share with you guys, but I figured I would just kind of talk about some of the stats that I remember. I bought this yarn last year, custom ordered it from a wonderful, wonderful woman on Etsy, Color Adventures. Her name is Erica. She custom dyed the yarn for me in these colors. It was about 2,240 yards worth of yarn. And when we did the math, we figured out that I knit something like 4 Empire State Buildings in terms of yardage and height of these buildings. What's the tallest building in the world, babe?
Burj Khalifa.
Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in the world in Dubai. And I think this is 2.5 times that height. Something like 4,000 meters or something like that. What else? There are about 160 beads on here, which is not a ton of beads, but it's pretty decent. I weighed it, and I thought it was going to weigh around 4 pounds because of my math, but when I actually weighed it, it was about 1 pound and 7/8 of an ounce. Trying to think what other fun stats there are. It took me, by the time I got to the edges, I think there were something like 880 stitches per row. So it was taking me about 45 minutes per row towards the end over the last couple of days. It took me 5 hours to bind off, like I mentioned, and it took us about 3 hours to pin it and block it. Greg really stepped up to the plate on this one because we have a tiny apartment, and I was thinking of blocking this in his studio, but we managed to kind of clear the living room space, so it's kind of interesting, the studio setup right now. But he was able to cut down some styrofoam, and I took video, so you'll see video in a little while. We basically just soaked the chuppah bunched it around the center motif here, squared off the styrofoam so that we kind of had like a grid to go by, and then slowly but surely spread things out in a kind of a concentrated opposites attract kind of manner and pinned it out from there. So I'm really excited. I'm really tired. I'm really sweaty, but this is amazing. Everyone's been saying, don't do it again, don't do it again. And I probably will want to do something similar for my other sister when she gets married, even if she doesn't marry a Jewish guy, because it's a really nice feeling. So let's take it to the tape and see the crazy fun time we had blocking it out. And thank you guys so much for those of you who have been cheering me on via Instagram, via Ravelry, those of you guys who I know in real life. Yay, it's done, and now I have no clue what to knit next. All day my hands were itching, like what do I do, what do I do? But we'll figure that out later. Let's look at the tape. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that fast sped up view of how to block a chuppah. Like I said, when I'm a little bit more sane and awake, I will definitely do a more detailed lessons learned and things I learned, because I kind of heavily improvised this pattern. I did lots of knitting math, I did lots of charting to figure out how to shorten lace and make things match up, and it turned out pretty nicely. So I'll definitely do another episode on that. But in the meantime, if you can't craft it, chuppah it! Good night.